The proliferation of pound shops following the financial crisis a decade ago made them one of the few business success stories of the early part of the decade. However, like many other high street retailers, they have been hit by the problems of lower consumer confidence, falling footfall and more online shopping, all of which have decimated the sector and led to a wave of closures and bankruptcies. For pound shops, these problems can be multiplied, says BBC business correspondent Jonty Bloom. For a start, they depend on high turnover because the margin of profit when everything is sold for £1 is minute. Then they import a lot of what they sell, including large amounts from specialised suppliers in China. The weakness of the pound has pushed up the cost of imports, and when, by definition, it is impossible to increase their prices, the squeeze on pound shop profits can be dramatic and very sudden, he says. More than 5,000 pound world jobs are now at risk, following the failure of last-ditch rescue talks, with Sky News claiming the bargain retailer is set to become the biggest chain by number of employees this year to fall into insolvency, just over 3 months after the same fate befell Maplin's and Toys R Us UK. A new contactless payment device that will allow passers-by to give street performers and buskers money could revolutionise donating when it launches next month. TipTap has been developed by researchers at Brunel University in London to make it easier for audiences to give small amounts of change when they have no cash to hand. Once the performer has plugged a smartphone into a contactless payment-equipped stand, audience members can enter the amount they would like to tip into an app and tap their payment card on the device to give money. It also allows performers to receive feedback and track popular busking locations. Emma McBride, the student behind the app, said, "For the third year in a row, cash has represented less than half the total volume of payments made in the UK. This change in consumer behaviour has the future potential to exclude those who rely on cash to make a living, including street performers and musicians." TipTap does come at a price. It takes a 5% commission on all donations. If you are launching an app or a start-up, then you should consider a virtual office with Hold Everything.